come back and play?
No, we haven't. We really are optimistic about it.
But of course, this is one of the things that I know in the back of your mind you dread the most at this time of the year, and that is injuries like that.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of time between an injury and getting in the playoffs where players can come back, get healthy, go back and return. So it's critical.
Have you talked to him and said you know what kind of condition
Yeah.
that knee is in?
Yeah,
And
he's very optimistic. He's feeling pretty good.
I mean, the fact he finished the game kind of shows that it's not super serious.
Yes, he wanted to finish. Yeah.
Are you surprised that more injuries like this don't happen on the floor?
I always say sometime during December or January, look how many guys we've had injured so far, because there is a lot of guys that do get injured. But I wouldn't know, how many season-ending those differences. But there are a lot of injuries this game because it's a very physical game. There's a lot just with wear and tear that come about.
Andrew was saying that last night's loss was just kind of a process of not having enough energy, not meeting your opponent's energy. Is it almost like being full after a big dinner when you guys have had so much success, maybe you lose a little bit of that hunger?
I think it's the fact that playing in a very emotional game in Dallas, and then having to fly out after the game. And I told them on the heels of having 3 days off, that's not unusual that something like that would happen. They kind of sat back just a little bit and rested, and then to gear it up for such an emotional, energetic game that Dallas was, and then get in at 3:30 in the morning, and then have to really put it down to beat Utah instead of having a game in which we could probably have a great energy at the start and maybe have a laugher as we went through. It was a game that took a lot out of us to play, and the guys are still a little exhausted from that game. And, there's not enough recovery sometimes in those kind of situations. If we'd had a night game, I think we'd been all right.
The thing with Bynum's knee, is that going to keep happening and happening this season?
I don't know. That's a situation where I went down the bench and asked him, if he felt he could come back and return, and he said he did. But I know it really restricts his mobility when that happens. We'd like to get that swelling out if that's the case. But he was pretty good today. He didn't do too much, but he looked like he's pretty good.
So no expectation that he wouldn't be able to play tomorrow?